Before you opened your restaurant, you had a romantic view of what life would look like, and then you actually opened it. Unfortunately, for most restaurant owners, the expectations don't equal their reality, but it can. Stay with me, and I'll explain in just a moment. I'm Dave Scott Peters, restaurant expert, coach, and creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. I've been coaching restaurant owners since 2003, and I'm really glad you're here to learn. Today, I want to talk about restaurant success, expectations versus reality. Before I do that, if you like tips and tricks like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and oh yeah, that bell so you're notified when my next video tip comes out. And for more tips and tricks for running a profitable restaurant, make sure you tune into my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all the popular podcasting services. Okay, so you had a dream to open your own restaurant. You were so excited. Every step of the way, you had to pinch yourself that this dream was becoming a reality, even when there were roadblocks that delayed your opening or even stressed your original budget. Heck, you opened up to happy guests, great reviews, and hardworking employees. Then, after a few months of working 7 days a week, about 80 hours a week, your business that was full of brand new employees dropped the ball here and there, causing your sales to drop. Employee issues started stacking up and you became tired of the nonsense. Heck, you thought people would have common sense. The next thing you know, you were working your ass off. Your bank account has become a cash flow nightmare, putting you further into debt to just trying to keep up with your bills and payroll. You had to work 7 days a week. This story is played out over and over and over again. This doesn't mean you don't have a successful restaurant. It just means the restaurant has taken over your life instead of giving you the freedom you thought entrepreneurship would give you, and your bank account isn't anywhere close to where you thought it would be. The good news is that you still can make your successful dream restaurant, if you will, match your original expectations. Making your dream restaurant your reality is possible. How, you ask? Simple, by following my Restaurant Prosperity Formula. This is something that literally got developed over my first 18 years of coaching. A mastermind group of restaurant owners we met on a quarterly basis. I watched them change their lives from not profitable to killing it, to vacations and second homes and cars and time with their family and prosperity. See, restaurant prosperity equals freedom from your restaurant and the financial freedom you deserve. The formula consists of leadership, systems, training, accountability, and taking action. Let's break it down for you. Prosperity. A thriving, profitable restaurant that gives you the freedom to leave with a management team that knows their job, how to do it, how well it needs to be done, and by when. See, the key is having that management team to give you that freedom. That is critical in this whole process. You're only as successful as, well, your managers are. So to have that prosperity, it starts with leadership. And a restaurant leader makes decisions based on the systems and the numbers and leads their team with strong communication skills. So for many of us, those strong communication skills are often missing the budgets, the systems, the process, the way, your way, a trainable system. Which brings us to the second piece, which is systems. The implementation of systems for everything that needs to be done to run a successful restaurant, no matter how small or large, which allows a restaurant owner or even a manager to impose their will without being there. See, with your system, your process, your way, you can train people to what the job is, how to do it, how well it should be done, more importantly, by when. They can demonstrate they've got it, which means you can leave your business. You're imposing your will that people are doing it your way when you're there, but especially when you're not. But you have systems, you have to train people. Training is extremely important. The ongoing information gathering, the education and instruction of your restaurant managers and team members towards constant restaurant operation on financial improvements is critical. It starts with you learning, understanding you don't know what you don't know, learning it. But if you know it, you're still a prisoner of your business. You need to share it with your management team, who share it with the employees at their level of responsibility. You always have to be learning and training your team to become better. That's how we have better restaurant operations and better financials. But you could have all the systems in the world. You could have the greatest training in the world. If you don't hold people accountable, you got nothing. And that's where accountability comes in. The acknowledgement of your basically your responsibilities for your obligations, decisions, and actions, and how you're answerable for the resulting consequences. Do you understand that you get to know what your job is? You decide to do your job, and you're answerable for the resulting consequences. What's beautiful about this is when you teach your system, your process, your way, they demonstrate they've got it. When you hold someone accountable, it's really you're holding them answerable. We change the definition because we're no longer saying, hey, you didn't do this, and somebody going, oh, I didn't know that's the way you want it done, because you've been so crystal clear. They've executed on their own week after week after week. When and if they don't do something, it's, hey, man, you didn't do that. You're going to get, man, I'm really sorry. You can still hold them accountable, whether it's a write-up or it is, a slap on the wrist. Whatever your disciplinary program is. The truth is, I'm calling you out. There is no conflict because you were so clear and you spent the right amount of time to ensure they could do things on their own. That brings you the success. But ultimately, the magic in all of this is taking action. See, taking action means to take responsibility for one's success by consciously performing acts that move you towards your goals of running a profitable restaurant and getting your life back. Do you understand? You consciously have to make a decision to execute on this plan. Doesn't matter what kind of leader you are, what systems you have in place, training and accountability, if you don't take action on all of those. And that takes a conscious decision on your part. And that's the tough part about this is who holds you accountable? That's where things like my coaching program, seminars, workshops, friends, family, confidants are important in your life to help hold you accountable. Now, how can you get your hands on this proven formula for restaurant success and make your restaurant dream a reality? Well, you can do it, basically one of a couple ways. Well, one of the ways is you can literally go out and buy my book. Restaurant Prosperity Formula, what successful restaurateurs do, on all the popular, booksellers from Amazon to you name it. Or number two, you can go to my website. Go to davidscottpeters.com. And in the upper right-hand side, I want you to click on a link that says, watch my free video series. I'm going to give away a free video series that kind of walks you through what it takes to be successful. And as a part of that, when you click on that and you fill out the opt-in, it's going to give you the ability to get on a discovery call. Or if you want to bypass that whole process and you're watching this on YouTube, just right down below, click on the link in the description. And this is going to give you an opportunity to get on a discovery call where we can learn more about your business, what your challenges are, and find out if maybe we are or are not the right fit. We're not the right fit for everybody. We just like to think we are. But we can discover what those challenges are and see if this program might be right for you. And if so, you move to stage 2 and we'll talk. And we'll make sure the time we spend together is extremely valuable, whether we work together or not. So if you want to learn more about how you can put the Restaurant Prosperity Formula into action in your restaurant, make sure you click on the link today down below in this description, or go to my website, davidscottpeters.com. And if you still kind of want to circle and you don't want to dip your toe in the water, go buy my book, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, What Successful Restaurateurs Do, found on all your popular booksellers. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run with trained and responsible people in place. You can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free video to learn exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.